I might be a little bit late to the party, but let's try F125. Hello, I'm Drupal Designs, a visually impaired gamer, streamer and livery designer, and today I've just downloaded the 5-hour free trial of F125 through EA Play. Now, from 2009 all the way up to, I think it was 2023, was the last F1 game I played. I bought every single one, but over the years I played them less and less because the games were a little bit too samey, and there was only the odd small feature that was added in to try and entice people back in. And the last game I played, didn't really enjoy the handling model all that much. I just got a little bored of them, so gonna give 25 a go now and see what it's like. Okay, so immediately, as soon as we booted up the game before even getting out on track, we're given the accessibility options, which is fantastic. So we can change the text colour and the opacity of some subtitles. There's a couple of other options for audio. And we've then got audible driving assists, which is a fantastic touch to have in, similar to what is in Forza Motorsport, having like the braking cue, the gear indicating cue, and a steering assist, and all those things that can help with that. So that, straight off the bat, really good. Much better than EAWRC, which is from the same developer, so it's a great start in terms of accessibility. Although I'm not seeing options to move things around the screen yet. That might be in a different window, might be on a different page, I don't know. We will look further into that when we get out on track. Having a quick look through some of the settings, turning all of them off. So let's find a way to get out on track. It was at this point all of the little menus came up and all the little tips and tricks and how to navigate the menu, and I tried to play the game and not listen to any of the tips and tricks, and I got a little confused. Just let me play. I don't care about any of these, I just want to play the game, please. Not what I was choosing. Confirm choice for what though? Confirm choice for what though?
It's McLaren.
Oh no, I'm so confused. Right, good. I'm in the fan zone. Now, what do I do?
This is the
Oh my god, just let me play! And I think we are going to have to go to my favouriteest circuit. Oh, it's got the reverse layers, hasn't it? So we have Austria in reverse, we have Silverstone in reverse. And what were the other ones we got in reverse? Zandvoort. Anywhere else? Or is it just those three? It looks like it is just the three. That's a bit of a shame that they've added some reverse tracks in, but not all of them in reverse. We're going to go the normal way for a first taste, so we can have a little bit of a feel of what it's actually like. Okay, have a little look around. This is all pretty still identical to how it has been since 2010. Why have I got a dotted line? I thought I'd turned the racing lines and stuff off. It was rather annoying. Now, what do all the buttons do? Oh god, oh, I would need to change all of that camera position because that just feels wrong to me. So, I've got all the assists off. Haven't locked a wheel yet, so that's good. Haven't span yet, so that's also good. We're going to go with the TV cam because I like it. So how does it feel? The steering is quite heavy. That's an invalid lap. Now straight out the box it did feel fairly easy. It took my brain a little bit of time to get used to the speed of the cars coming off games like iRacing and GT7 with GT3s and road cars. So there is mega grip. I'm not expecting it to be an ultimate driving experience, this. It is very drivable. Which, from the last one I played, I think was 23, is an improvement. Because that just felt really quite horrible on wheel. Really vague and really loose. Whereas this kind of feels like it's gone the complete opposite, and it's very heavy and quite easy straight off the bat. I need to find out what that line is and turn it off because it is doing my nutting. But as time went on, I started to feel more of what the game was telling me. It's not super intuitive nor super detailed. Feeling oversteer, so that's good. Feeling like a little bit of slide. So I'm getting some feedback from the car, which is nice. So while you do feel oversteer, you don't really feel what the tyres are doing, you don't feel lockups or any bumps in the circuit, so in that aspect it is still a little bit vague. It's not always catchable. Can tweak. I like it. At this point I found all of the camera settings, which I'm quite pleased with. You can move all of the cameras around, have them exactly how you want them, which is fantastic, and so you can have the game exactly how you want it. Play, can I adjust? Oh yeah. So not only is it the cameras that are adjustable, all of the display is adjustable and scalable, which is so vital for a visually impaired gamer like myself. Scale, yes, give me all of the scale, please. Ah, yes. You can scale everything. I love it. Make games accessible. Every game needs to do that. See, it can be done. You can have games exactly how you want them. And it makes it better. Because now I can see what information I've got down here. The engine's currently harvesting. I don't know how to change that. I think that's going to be... That might just be... Oh god. Well, that's terrible driving. I can see the dials, the speed, the gears, everything now. My lap information. I need to change the timing board just up on the top left there. But everything now, I can see how I want it. Yes, it's taking up screen space and might be blocking views slightly, but it's exactly how I want it. And each player can customise that to how they want, which is fantastic. Good job, EA. Yes, that's good. I now decided it was time for a quick race, so we've gone to Sao Paulo, another one of my favourite circuits. We're going in the Williams, so we'll see what the difference is between the McLaren and the Williams. And we've jumped straight into qualifying. Now initially in the first few laps I didn't notice a huge drastic difference. There was maybe a little less grip, but that was kind of about it between the McLaren and the Williams. Biggest change I noticed was actually that all of the display that I just moved around in the last session didn't save. So it's changed around and I've had to go back in and change it all back to where I want it. Now I don't know if I've just pressed the wrong button and you have to save it for each session, or if I hadn't saved it somehow. I'm not entirely sure. But it was quite frustrating that I had to change it and then change it again for each session. So carried on with qualifying, try and get the best lap time we could. Ended up qualifying just behind Albon for the race, so fairly equal with where the car should be.
Okay, pull the clutch in, hold it there until the start.
So first race start of F1 25, and well, it wasn't the greatest.
Okay, clutch out, go, go, go!
Well, that wasn't very good. Why am I on the medium and everyone else is on soft? Did I not click something? But what I did notice straight away is the AI seemed fairly clean. There was no massive crashes in turn 1. You're able to battle with them, which we'll see through other clips in this, and you can absolutely send it on them and they don't just turn into you. Cheeky little send! Oh, they may have been touching then. Alright! Ah! Science and Lawson! Revenge! But as you can see here, having good battles with the AI through turn 1, just maybe going a little deep there, but still able to keep the position using the battery to defend, as you can see there. Why does all of the head-up display always keep changing? Is there a way to set that to have it consistently the same through every thing, or do you have to change it for every single race, qualifying, time trial? That seems fairly suboptimal. But what wasn't suboptimal was getting this position back after losing it to the Alpine just in front, sending it right down into turn 1. Absolute dive bomb. Still quite very, very similar to how it all worked a couple of games ago. It does just very much feel like F1 2020.5. All the details and all of the way you interact with the game is very much the same as it always used to be. It was then time to jump in a Formula 2 car and see what the differences were, and well, that didn't go very well, did it? So, Formula 2. Okay, you can definitely feel the lack of grip. I'm not used to the braking zones at all in these cars. And again, all of the heads-up display has changed. For why? Not much grip from the front end, holy. Completely different to the F1 cars. Which you would expect, but that is drastic. Now, as I say, while you expect there to be massive differences between the two cars, this seems so different that it was planted at the rear end, and it was just, you get all of the understeer from the front end. It just seems so surreal to drive. The lockups don't really seem to affect the handling that much. It makes you understeer a little bit, but the lockups just seem way too easy in this game. Then this seemed a bit of a theme throughout any car that you drive. The lockups just don't seem to affect you as much as you'd expect. You do understeer and go wide, but it's not race ending or it's gonna massively impede you. You can still slow down for the corner. Now, I do get that's probably where this doesn't fall into the simulator category. It is definitely for the more casual player, the one where the difficulty rating isn't going to be as high, but it would be nice if it affected you a little bit more. These F2 cars are really strange to drive. The rear just seems to have so much grip, and there's nothing from the front end. Like, it's so vague on turn in, and the back end just seems absolutely planted. This is on the base setup. Haven't done anything to setup. Oh, a little deep there. Once you expect the understeer and you kind of anticipate what it's going to do, it is a lot trickier to drive than an F1 car. A lot more demanding, and it's not just flick it in. I'm actually enjoying the challenge a little more. Albeit I'm not a huge fan of understeer, I am enjoying the challenge a little more. Exploring a few more of the game modes, I found there is an area about the F1 movie where it shows you a little bit of a clip from the film, and then you go and replicate it in the game. So we are in the Apex GP Formula 1 car from the Formula 1 movie, which, I mean, everybody knows my opinion on the Formula 1 movie. Utter garbage! So it was pretty cool how they set this up. Little cutscene from the film, and there's different sections from the film that you can play through with different difficulties. Excuse me, race engineer, I'm talking. But it was really cool having that little setup, and now doing a bit from the film. So I quite like that little tie-in there. There is also the third instalment of Breaking Point, the little series that adds a little bit of storyline into the F1 games and just adds something different. Boff. I didn't play through this instalment of Breaking Point yet. I'm going to save it for if I do get the full game, as I feel I don't really want to get halfway through it and then not be able to complete it because of the 5-hour trial. Boff! So, in conclusion, F1 25. It is a fun game. The handling model, albeit fairly easy, is actually quite decent. You can feel enough of what the car's doing. You don't feel everything. It's not a proper simulator, not by any measurable way. You feel some oversteer, you feel a bit of understeer, you don't get the detail of lockups or what the tyres are really doing underneath you. I wasn't expecting it to do that. If you want that, go to iRacing, AMS2, R-Factor 2, stuff like that for the proper simulators. But for the game that it is, and for it to be as open to as many people it is, I think it's actually done a really good job. However, it is still very samey to the last 5, 6, 7 F1 games. I still don't feel there's enough added for me to warrant buying the full game, and so unless it's on like a really good deal, I'm probably not going to buy it. Breaking Point is the only real selling point for me. I will probably get it just to play Breaking Point, maybe do a few online lobbies, which, ooh, I imagine they are all of the chaos. But it's a good fun game. If you can get it cheap on a deal somewhere, get it if you do enjoy F1. But just don't expect world-breaking physics from it. So thank you everybody so much for joining. If you have enjoyed the video, please do click like and let me know what you think of F125 if you've given it a go. If you're new here, do consider dropping a subscribe to come back for future content on other racing games and simulators, and some real world content coming out soon as well. So everybody have a fantastic day. Keep plodding on.